Big Online. All right, from Geeks and Gamers, if you want to pull that up.
First look at Dwayne Johnson's Maui in Moana. He's totally wearing a muscle suit. He's wearing a muscle suit.
Yeah,
he's got his hair back. I don't like it.
No, I don't like this.
Why is it a different color from his face?
I know.
Right?
You'd think it'd be more tan. I mean, just based off of like what your actual skin tone variation would be if you were living out in the Pacific Ocean, like Pacific Islands. His face would not be more tan than his body. Just saying.
No.
Yeah.
No, his face and his legs are a totally different color than his body.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, I mean, there's a couple of things that could be going on with that. Number one is obviously this is not a true in-camera shot. This is somebody with an iPhone, so that could be problem number one. Problem number two, if you see all the scrims behind him, that big black sheet, so that's it's basically there to be a sunlight diffuser in photography and video work. And so sometimes they have different shades of them. So my point is there is a possibility that they have a different color cast hitting his face. They may be doing something to his face in post-production, digitally, you know? So, but you're right. That's one of the first things that struck me was like, boy, that color palette looks bizarre. You know, it's like...
Between the shape of it, like the obvious abnormality of the size and then the coloring, it's like, why? Because the rock is already really big. And I understand that the cartoon of Maui is significantly larger than the average human, but it's like, if this is supposed to be live action and believable, why would you bulk him up to a size that's not believable? Like, he's big enough, like it would be okay.
The Rock is already like a gigantic man, with gigantic muscles. So I don't know. I understand they want to make him like demigod, like, you know, make him even more bulkier because Maui is such a huge, imposing figure. But The Rock is already, you know, that he doesn't. I mean, unless his muscles have gone. I don't know. I haven't checked his Instagram in a while, but unless he's, you know, toned down, he was completely bulked up for a long time, like seriously bulked out for a really long time. So I mean,
how old is he now,
surprised that he's in a skin suit.
Let me look it up.
How old is he? He's got to be about 50, right?
Yes.
So I mean, it gets harder for guys to hang on to that muscle mass.
Well,
he's 52. No, but he's bulked out before. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, he's probably used the roids to do it, because there's no way that at, you know, that age your muscles get huge like that. So he's got, you know, performance enhancers, but he's already like a really huge guy, and I've seen him bulk out. What was this? This is from him at 49. Hold on, let me.
While you're looking for that, I mean, one of the things that just kind of struck me, let me see what y'all think about this. Okay, so I don't remember Moana that well, but from when I was seeing the picture, it's kind of reminding me that his character Maui was like covered in very specific like body art, tattoos and stuff, right?
Yeah,
okay. They moved.
Okay, so they moved. So by putting him in a bodysuit with all of that preset, the makeup artists don't have to repaint him every day before a shoot.
But that's what stencils are for.
But that's what their job is.
Yeah.
Right, well, yes, but if you're saying that something has to move,
no, I don't leave that blank in that. I'm sorry. If Colin Farrell, is that his name? Colin Farrell can sit in a chair for the Penguin for like 3 hours to shoot his scenes. I mean, this is just body art. It's body
even Killmonger from Black Panther.
Disagree.
Every day, all those scarifications that are covered his body. I mean, we could go down the whole list. Mystique, you know, from the X-Men, all that body paint, all the artificial pieces put on her, the wig, like.
I agree.
I mean, come on. Come on.
Those would
no. I agree. I'm trying to think of reasons that makeup artists or VFX may choose to do this. I'm just speculating. I have no idea. But no, I agree.
Think they only do it to bulk up his size.
Yeah, well, five to 6 hours every morning to get Freddy Krueger masks on.
Well, I will say too, I think they were trying to definitely make him look like the actual cartoon, because the Rock's body, it goes, you know, it slopes down, like it's a natural like slope, where that character is just like
he's just a brick.
He's just a brick. Like it's just like that. Doom.
But the other thing that I find interesting with this bulking up is the fact that there was a part of the Polynesian community that was upset with the Moana film because they were portraying the Polynesian folk as overweight and too big, and said that they were basing this off of stereotypes, which is not true. It's actually just true. But because like Samoans and Tongans and all these things, they're very like stout people. So it's not like it's a weird stereotype. It's just, it's a practicality. But and with that being said, and the way that Disney focuses on diversity and, coddling and all this kind of stuff, it's like, I am a little bit surprised then that they would make him even bigger, even if it is muscle tone, because even in the cartoon it was really, Maui was just really big and muscular, that they would oversize him, given that there was some backlash. Obviously, it must not have been enough for making Samoans or Polynesian folk, overweight or bigger.
Yeah. Here, this is from his Instagram.
All right.
This was just 12 hours ago.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, he's big enough. Body tapers.
But he's big enough.
Body tapers. I mean, he's already a huge guy.
Yeah. Because isn't he like 6'3" or something like that too?
I think he's like 6'5".
6'5". He's tall, yeah.
Yeah, he's already a really big, imposing figure. I don't know. I mean, I guess they want to match it to the live action. I get it. I mean, the cartoon, I get it, but I don't think that he needed a bodysuit. I don't think he needed a bodysuit. He's already a big guy. He already looks like a demigod. Like, you don't need to add that to it.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm just trying to figure out why they might want to do it. But I think you were right maybe in the beginning. I think the simplest answer here is the fact that they want to make him look more representative of the animated, the cartoon version.
And the caricature.
Right. Right.
Which to me doesn't really make sense then, because it's like, so it's like kind of going into the whole How to Train Your Dragon thing. It's like, so we're just going to get a recreation of the cartoon instead of having an actual like live action version of the film, of what it could look like in the real world.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get around, not animating dragons.
Sometimes animation just needs to stay animation. Some stories are they're for a particular type of media. They need to stay that way. I personally don't think that the Moana live action should be happening.
Especially when Moana 2 is coming out soon anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, remember that all of that was completely bass-ackwards with how they did it. If you remember, Moana 2 wasn't supposed to be Moana 2.
It was going to be a
live
show.
action. It was going to be the show. It was going to be Moana, the Disney Plus TV show.
I didn't know that. Okay.
They changed it. At the very last minute, they redid the whole design. They took a show that was almost ready to go into production and had it reverse engineered into a film, because what they saw happening was that Moana itself, the original movie on Disney Plus, was getting such huge numbers. It's about the biggest thing Disney Plus had next to Bluey, which Disney doesn't even make. And they said, nope, we got to put this in theaters, because remember, this was at the point they were getting murdered in theaters last year with Lightyear and all that kind of stuff. Strange World, all the crazy cuckoo stuff that they did. They got back to it this year. This movie, Moana 2, from what I understand, at a very, very, very short schedule. Like, they put this movie together in like 6 to 8 months. Wow. This was fast. And
didn't they have to completely develop a whole new technology for the way that her hair interacted with the water and all that different type of stuff? I think they had to.
Yeah, Rapunzel and Moana were supposed to be the breaking moments
for technology.
For technology.
Yeah.
For hair.
Yeah. For hair. Yeah. And they tried to say that Wish was, but then they didn't. Nobody watched it.
Yeah.
So make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.